Hello, hello, hello. There's more shamanic drumming in the background because, of course, there is. I am waiting for Alexandria to join me. Bit of a tech experiment at the moment, so let's see if this works. So, just gonna wait for a minute. See, we have one viewer. I wonder if this is Alexandria. Let's see. If this doesn't work, we'll start over, but it should work. Computer doesn't work, I'll be right back. Okay. Cool. So, I hope everyone is having an amazing day. My hair is doing some crazy things. Hi, Lisa. Hello. So, we're just gonna wait a hot minute for Alexandria to come back. I see Alexandria's here. It's working, I think. Yay! Hi, friend.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Doing really well. Got my computer back. I'm so excited.
Yay! We like working computers.
It is always helpful. It is always helpful.
We have Yesha has just joined. So thank you so much, Alexandria, for doing this with me. I just think that this is like extremely valuable and like I can't say it. You know what I mean? Like no one, I can say whatever I want, but there's so much better to hear from you.
Is there an echo on your end?
Yes.
Okay. Hold up.
Okay.
I need to put on my AirPods. That would be way easier, but.
Go.
Okay.
Is that better?
Yes. Yes.
Cool. Yes, I entirely agree with you. It is so much better. Well, not even better, but it's just, it's easier when you hear it from somebody else. And I'm so excited that you are like willing to let me be that person.
Oh my God, I'm honored that you're this person. Hi, Charlotte. I brought tea for you.
Guys, I'm trying to make that stay on my tea because that's the only thing that I can put on the. Okay, there we go.
It's okay. We're having all the tech things. I'm also like charging my phone at the same time. So what we're doing here. So as we all probably know, I am launching this amazing program called Awaken Your Sacred Gifts. I've never been so freaking excited because it's like the dream program I wish I had when I was going through this. It would have just been so much easier if I didn't have to go to like this person, and be so confused for so long. But so we've launched this program, and of course it's a new program, and LML, you're so cute. I have to go pick up Earl Grey. Yeah. Tea fans in the house. But anyway, so it's one thing for me to chat about it, but another thing for you to explain what you've experienced with it. And the reason that you're here today, just so people know, is that you are a one-on-one client of mine, also an amazing friend and business owner. Do you want to introduce what you do as well?
So as Emily puts it, I bridge functional medicine and woo. Like I'm the merry meet in the middle between the spirituality. I'm an energy healer. I do spiritual healing, but I focus mostly on the energetics of food and customization versus in functional medicine, basically. That's basically what I do.
So you're just a giant badass, I think. So
thank you.
You're welcome. So yeah, what I want to get across here is that so we've been working together one-on-one. So you've experienced almost everything, a lot of the stuff I'll be doing in the program. So we haven't so much talked about tools and whatnot, but we've done a lot with protection, and we've done a lot with awakening your own gifts and how to use them and connecting in with your guides. And so I want people to hear about what that's like from you. So to start, can you explain a bit? Of course, I have my like little tiny notes, got to. Before we started working together versus now, how has your psychic opening, your intuitive opening, what was it like then? What is it like now?
That's kind of cheating because you know the answer to this question. Before working with Emily, I have always been someone that I knew that I had some sort of gifts. You know, I would get little pings here and there. I've always been a very spiritual person. But it was never really a part of my business. It was never really a part of my everyday life. Um, it was something that I wanted to aspire to. Like, I've always been attracted to spiritual people, but after our first session, it was a karma healing, and after our first session, literally, like, I went live right afterwards, and one of the things that I did in this session is I agreed to deepen my gifts, and and I went live right after our session, and basically was talking about how I was going to start, bringing spirituality into my business, because it was something that I did, but it wasn't something I offered to my clients. And I heard literally outside me, I heard a voice that said, repeat after me. And I just repeated after whatever it said. And my entire business changed in like I don't even know, I don't even know why I listened to it, but regardless, I listened to it. Emily had warned me that this was, it wasn't even a warning. You prepped me really, really well.
That opening is pretty much gonna happen if we work together.
Yeah, exactly. And so ever since then, I'm very clairaudient, very, sometimes obnoxiously so. Like, I do hear, Emily did say after that, I basically messaged her right after. I was like, oh my God, is this normal? She's like, you might not, she's like, it's normal, but you might not necessarily. You might not necessarily hear things all the time. It might come as inner knowing. It might come as all this other stuff. Well, I do hear things a lot. But I will tell you, where I am right now is not just hearing things. Like, it is full blown, like, my business is completely shifted into, I am doing energy healings. I can see auras. I can clear chakras. I can help you quantum manifest through your food. I mean, literally, we haven't even been working together that long.
I think it's been like 3 or 4 sessions. That's it.
Yeah, I think we're on our 4th session.
Yeah.
And not long, guys, like, not long at all. And literally every part of my life has changed. I just did a reading, a card reading with my mom that literally, like, Emily knows my mom, that just absolutely just made her just sit on the floor crying. She's like, I didn't understand the power of what you do.
Oh my God.
And so
this is news for me.
I know. Well, this happened like an hour ago, so that's why. But yeah, so literally, like, where I was 3 or 4 sessions ago to where I am now is not even close. And for those of you that are business owners, I've never been more confident in my business. I've never touched more people's lives than I have in the last, 2 months. And it is just, I mean, Emily and I are working together you're stuck with me for another like 4 or 5 months just in this package, let alone like the rest of your life. But like, I can't even imagine. I can't imagine where it's going to be after 2 months.
I can't either. It's just crazy how things can shift. And so you mentioned, like, yes, the psychic gifts opened with you, and I was like, hey girl, this might happen, and then poof, they all did. But another thing with the healing, like, this was such a cool, and I had someone last night, and I want to kind of touch upon this. Someone by Instagram said to me, they said that hi Sean, they said that their third eye, and for those who don't know, third eye is one of the ways that you intuitively open. If it's blocked, those are people that often get a lot of like migraines, and they have kind of trouble finding direction in life. So like, even if you don't want to like be doing intuitive readings, like, that's not the point. Like, there's so many ways that this can help your daily life, health, business, everything, personal life too. You can know who to date, who not to date, and that's never a bad thing. Hey Amanda.
Hey Amanda.
But anyway, someone by Instagram said to me, hey, my third eye, my intuition is quite blocked. I've done some stuff before, I've done meditation before, but how can specifically sound healing, because that's what I'll be doing to activate everyone, can that actually open you? And so I want to talk about this a bit, because when your healing gifts opened, we were doing sound healing, and it was the most, still probably I would say to this day, I'd say the most beautiful thing I've ever seen psychically in a session was that whole, for anyone who's curious, the sacred gift like image was inspired by your session because of your box. So I don't know if you want to like talk about that experience a little bit.
Do you want to talk about, do you want me to like go over like what happened with like opening of the box and all that fun stuff? So,
Yeah.
okay. So in this session, so you were doing sound healing, you know, we were visualizing, we were doing all of these different things. And basically I always go back to the same kind of circle in this field when I try to, you know, when I try to communicate with my guides, when Emily and I are doing deeper work. And this particular session, I was actually handed a box from my, I now realize it was my grandfather, but I was handed this box that said all you have to do is just open it and your gifts are just going to explode. And like the best way I really can describe it is your graphic. Like my the color, like the color of this, how do you, like, I don't even know the word for it. Like it literally, it opened up everything. I mean, it was handed to me, and my hands, when I say, like, my hands got so hot, I could feel the energy like vibing in between my hands. There was colors. I mean, I could see blue. I mean, it was for me, and my energy is a lot of blue, but like I could just literally see it. Yeah. And then Emily was like, well, try to like tap into, what was it? She was like, tap into me. And it was your throat chakra.
Yeah, yeah, I
And
told her to practice on me, right? And so I
I
was
know,
like, okay, let me go for it. Like,
exactly. And it was literally like this, in 1 second, I was handed a gift. I opened the box, and I have still to this, like I'm talking about energy now, and I can feel like my palms are starting to get hot. I can like intuitively like tap into exactly what people need. I can, it opened up a world of color for me. I'll put it that way. It opened up a world of color, of spiritual color, that I've never been able to explain. Like, you guys are hearing me like fumble over my words.
well, like I'm just so happy there. Sorry, everyone, I'm plugging in my phone and maybe it'll topple over again, but that's okay. But it was just such a special thing to help facilitate, because in this case, it was something that you've always, and this is, I think, true for so many, and what is so incredibly special about this program, we all have access to more than what we know, right? We think we know what the world is. We think we know. And then like you open more spiritually, you open your crown, you open your third eye, and things like you begin to see the world in a different light, and you begin to realize new things about yourself that you might go, "Oh, I don't need that." Not, I mean, I know you wouldn't, but like this helps with so much. And when you unlock this healing, not only now you can help your clients with this, but you can also help heal yourself. And that is huge. I mean, like for everyone that's watching this that hasn't yet experienced this, like what if you could actually help heal yourself so that you don't have to feel so anxious, so lost, so heavy with energy. Like I can't even tell you, and I know that you see this too, like so many people come to me just saying that they don't feel well, and they don't feel well because there's so much like heavy, dense energy around them. Then we do sound healing and it goes away, and they're like, wow, I feel light, you know? And so for anyone that's watching this, whether it's in replay or now, like know that you don't have to feel poorly. You're not supposed to feel poorly, and that like you can tap into these within you. And that's why this whole program exists. It exists to help you tap into your intuitive abilities and your inner healing. So really all I was doing was through the sound helping like facilitate this program that brought you to a gift you already had and opened it. And then now you can heal. Like it's just, it is such a cool blessing to be a part of and to help facilitate. And I just think that everyone, you know, there's no reason not to want to experience that, I think.
Yeah, I mean, for me, it was a want for external reasons. Like for me, I wanted it because I already do Reiki. I already am the massage therapist. Like I wanted to deepen. I knew I could do energy healing. I just didn't know what that would look like external of like my massage.
Mm-hmm.
But what I didn't realize that it was going to do was open up so much of who I am and
Yep.
my ability to stand here and like, you know, Emily will hear me go on this rant a million times, but like you not feeling 100% is not normal. Brain fog, headaches, excess water weight, your skin not being super clear, all this stuff, it's not normal. And for you not to feel comfortable in your own skin is not normal. And like, it is so important for everyone to realize that this gift that Emily is giving the world will help you tap into, I had to do that real quick. But it helps you tap into that. And like, I'm someone that literally, that is how I make my living off of people feeling better. And in 1 second, Emily taught me how to do it for myself.
Oh my God.
And that was, it's crazy. It's really crazy. And I will also give you this little plug here, and I'm going to go live on this later. You don't even know this one yet, but like, there's going to be a TMI moment here for 1 second. I went off of birth control about 5 months ago, and I have not had my period since. And as a woman, like, who has been told that fertility is going to be a problem and all of this stuff, like, it's a really difficult thing. And especially going into the 4th of July, like, my brother was coming home, and my nickname is Addie. It rhymes with fatty. There's a lot of stuff to unpack there with my brother, but like, it's just one of those things where I have not felt comfortable in my own body. And, I heal so many other people that sometimes I forget about myself. And yesterday, did we have a session yesterday or 2 days ago? Whenever it was, you asked, have you, 2 days ago, you were like, have you tapped into healing you? And I was like, no. I was like, no, of course I haven't. You're like, well, you might want to start, you might want to focus on that. Guys, I'm not kidding you. I got my period this morning after I did energy healing on myself.
Oh my God.
Yes. So literally, whether this is for you feeling better as a person, or whether this is you feeling better as helping other people, it doesn't matter your what or your why behind it. Just know that my wish is that everybody would do this, because like you said, everybody can tap into this. And I know, like, my life has changed so drastically since having Emily in it. And like,
oh, thank you.
Yeah, it's insane. So
I adore the heck out of you. Thank you. Yeah, I absolutely, like, that's why I also started this whole, I don't know if you've seen it or if others have seen it that are watching, this Bring a Friend program where there's like a bonuses you can earn if you bring other people into the program. It's certainly not required, but a bonus that you can earn. And the reason is I just want to spread this as much as I possibly can. Like, there's no, like you were saying, there's no reason that you have to live not knowing how to like self-heal. There's no reason that you should have to not have your own internal compass. And like, just for a moment, like some of the reasons to like, why, okay, so why, for example, why would you want to open your intuition? Like, it affects every single decision I make, every single career decision I make, every single personal decision I make. It tells me which clients are aligned with me, who's going to be like a good click, a good a good fit. It tells me which gigs to go for. It tells me who to sing with on my, like, in my musical world. It tells me, someone's music is going to be something I love to sing versus something it might not be a good fit, or like a group is going to be a good fit. It tells me, like, it basically is my compass to success and joy. That sounds kind of cheesy, but it's true.
No, it's so true.
And like, also when it comes to anyone watching, then this is absolutely a true story. When I was doing like some online dating, like, I could intuitively see like what was going on, or like what was behind the eyes of a person I was about to go on a date with, or a person I met. I could feel if they were sincere. I could feel if they just wanted one thing. I knew this. And so it saved me a lot of like wasted time that I would have spent like, years ago when I couldn't tap into these things. So, I mean, if you could also think of other benefits, but like, there's just endless benefits to unlocking this within yourself. And this is something that you can use for the rest of your life too.
Absolutely. And to get back to your bring your friends thing, my best friend is also working with Emily, and I will tell you that it is very nice Because if you come from a family that's kind of like mine, you know, my family is very open and they're wonderful. But if you don't have other people in your life that are used to this type of thing, having someone to talk about it with and hold you accountable to making sure that you're doing things. Hey, Sarah, how are you? As well as, you know, people that can really understand what you're going through. That's really powerful. Because you're going to open up things you didn't even know existed.
100%. I mean, when I went, like, again, this really is the thing that I wish I had in 2017. And back then, like, I didn't know who to talk to.
Yeah.
I had no idea. Like, I had one thing in my head. It was, I am a singer. I am only a singer. Oh my God, it's so good to see you. I can't put up the other half of my hand because it's holding my phone, but it's there. But like, yeah, it was, you know, kind of a confusing time. And that's the other thing too, is like, there's lots of people asking me like, okay, what book do I read to learn about angels? Where do I go? You go to this program. It has like, you know, not to toot my own horn, but I'm going to jam, like, anyone who knows me, I overgive. That's just one of my things. I will give you literally everything you possibly need to know and make sure that you leave knowing how to use it. And so that's another thing too, is like in one of our sessions the other day, like we were trying to figure out, I think this was 2 sessions ago. They're all like so ridiculously magical. I kind of think all kind of like blur together. I just love when I'm like, Alexandria's on that meeting. Bless you, Sarah. Love you. What was I gonna say? Oh, the day that I was teaching, like you were learning how to connect in with your angels and be able to like deepen your relationship. Like that's so valuable. And
yes.
that is something that I will teach every single person. Like that's part of one specific course, and you're gonna get to practice on each other with help. With help, and also like doing it the safe way as well. Like, this is okay. This is very TMI. Sorry, I'm just gonna rip off the Band-Aid and say it. I was joking about this with Hannah the other day because it's flipping true. A lot of people do this like open, intuitive thing, and it's kind of okay if you are psychically reading and doing all this stuff consistently and not knowing how to shield, protect, set boundaries, etc. If you don't have that under your belt yet, it's a little bit like having sex without a condom. Yep, I said it. I
can see it.
It's true.
I can see that.
It's flipping true because there's so many energies out there, but like it's not something to be afraid of. It's something to be empowered by and to learn through, and all the ways it can help you in your, you know, in your practical life. And so just, I guess like one final question, how is being able to like, how is having a deeper relationship with them now? Like, how is that affecting life?
That's another loaded question. Like it's extraordinary because I'm never alone.
Yeah.
And like that's the thing that you guys need to no, let me rephrase though. It's not like I'm never alone, meaning there's like some creepy dude like whispering in my ear every 10 seconds. Like I'm not alone in that, you know, whenever I want to go make a decision, like, or I need to, you know, I need guidance or whatever it is, I can tap into the all-knowing people that are going to only, benevolent angels that are only going to, exactly, that only have my highest good in mind. Mm-hmm. And you know, if you guys are anything like me, I mean, I have a lot of people that I work with. I mean, I have a business coach, I have Emily, I have Hannah, you know, my OBM, I have, you know, VA, I have and then I have best friends that, you know, work in business. Like, there's a lot of voices. There's a lot of voices. And Hannah and I today, and then Emily and I actually 2 days ago talked about this, that like, what works for you at somebody else is not necessarily going to work for you. Mm-hmm. And what I realized, I had this like moment with my boy Archangel Michael this morning where it was like, he was like, well, I told you it wasn't going to work. And he was right. Like I had tapped in and I said, should I do this? And he was like, well, you can try it, but I don't know that you're on the right path. And I was like, well, I don't have another path. So what is it that I do? And I got no response. So I went through and I did it anyway. And it didn't work. And so, which was really funny. I know.
They always know. Again, your highest good in mind. That's why this is so helpful.
Exactly. And so, you know, even if you don't want to have an everyday conversation with your angels or your whatever, you know, that's not what this is about. This is about really doing something that you can build on for the rest of your life. Like, I've been doing this for such a short amount of time. I can't imagine what the rest of my life is going to be able to look like as I get better at this, as I, you know, really am able to help other people. And for me, like, my why on this earth is my business is called Daya Wellness. Daya means legacy in spoken Sanskrit. Like, I believe that everyone is on this earth to have a legacy. And the fact that I can now, because of things that Emily has taught me, like, which I know that you're going to learn in this program, I'm able to tap into that in a way that is so impactful, both for me and my clients, and the fact that, like, I have that guidance, it's extraordinary. I mean, I have made more progress. I've gotten more clients in the last 2 weeks since Emily has taught me how to tap in and really be able to have that conversation, because I'm constantly making the right decisions. I'm not just kind of throwing something at the wall and seeing what sticks.
Right. It's saying goodbye to guessing. It's saying goodbye to
Yes.
guessing. And like you said, like how, like where this is going to go for like the rest of your life. Like, and I also want to say, like, in case anyone watches this and kind of has like a worry of like, is this too much work? Is this too hard to balance? No. And I will teach you how you find the balance with it and how you use it in a good way. I feel like if you are open and you don't know much about it, it could feel very much like too much. But if you have everything you need to know, like you were saying, and for my own life and my own self, like beyond just, you know, running Moon Rising and helping people and facilitating all of this in this way, like this is how I have a better relationship with myself. This is how I've healed really deep, you know, deep wounds that nobody else was able to tackle, like lifelong 30-year wounds that you can do when you know more about how to like tap into the most soul level, deep level part of you. So this is awakening the full self, not a half self, not a stand on one leg, like your full self, so that you can have, you know, more of what you want and feel good and be empowered and forget, like, throw guessing out the flipping window. We don't want guessing. We want you to know what's the best step for you to take. Who's a person aligned for you to be working with? How are you going to make this? I mean, like, a lot of people are like, how did you end up in London? I ended up in London and in Germany literally because I was told to go on this journey. And I did. And it opened up my singing career massively. And it opened up everything else massively. And it opened up this career massively. And there's not a single decision I make now that I don't have, like, backed up by, you know, someone telling me it's the decision for me. And one other parting thing for anyone that's ever kind of struggled with, like, not feeling loved enough, when you really tap into how loved you are from those on the other side, you're never lonely again. That sounds like whatever, but like it's true. It's 100% true. You no longer need external validation. You no longer, like, it just changes everything. It shifts everything. You become like a powerhouse within yourself because you have this greater, deeper understanding of who you really are and how loved you are, and everyone watching that, you know, we all are. So
Yeah, I need to touch on that for one quick second.
go for
I
it.
used to receive love through being provided for.
Mm.
And my parents have seen a shift in, because of course, like, I don't, it doesn't matter how old you are, but your parents are generally like one of the people that you receive love from. And you know, my mom actually made that comment to me this morning after I did that card thing. She was like, you are so different, and it's because, and she said, what were the exact words, because it was awesome. She was like,
Hi, Tori.
there's a there's a different spark in you. There's a light in you that I haven't seen. And there's a lightness to you. Like, not having to receive love outside of myself anymore has just drastically changed my life. And yeah, if I could just say anything about, working with you, like, you're incredible, and this program is such a gift. And it is, if you want if you are someone that's in business, in life, whatever, and you're feeling stuck, like, this is such a great way to do something for you that will also help you make the world a better place.
100%.
And make you a better person. I mean, I really, honest to God, believe that I'm a better person because of this and because of you. And
That's so beautiful. Oh my God.
yeah,
That's
I
so
mean,
beautiful. Thank you.
thank
Thank you
you.
from the bottom of my heart for joining us today.
Of course.
For everyone that's on the fence, I hope that this is helpful because no one can say it better than someone who's experienced it. The early bird discount pricing is open for only a few more days. The Bring a Friend program is going on the entire time, and we start the program on the 20th on a new moon. And know that I will give you all I've got. I will give you every single piece of knowledge I know about this. I will activate you. That sounds so funny. I will activate what's within. We will deepen, we will integrate, and it's just going to be fun. It's going to be playful. It's going to be fun. And so if if you're seeing this and you're like, I don't know, trust it. Trust yourself. Ask yourself, does it feel good? Does it
And
feel right?
And you guys can also, like, tag me and comment or message me directly if you have any questions about working with Emily's. Like, I have no problem with that, because I promise you, I've invested hundreds of thousands of dollars in life coaches, business coaches, manifestation coaches, all of that kind of stuff. And I've never seen the transformation that I have in 4 sessions and working with Emily. So,
Love you, girl.
love you too.
I can't wait for our next session. All right, thank you all thank you to the 2 that have stayed on this whole time. Thank you. And if you see this later, please do #replay. Thank you again for offering your time and your, valuable story of your experience with me. And just, I adore you. And I'll see you
Love you too.
soon. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.